Hey guys, I'm Roman Buddy, you're watching the Cycling Dane.
Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Mathieu is a formidable rider across a number of different disciplines, from winning the World Championships in cyclocross 4 times, coupled with many cyclocross victories, and even on the mountain bike he's had success winning World Cup events. And on the road he's already a monument winner and a Tour de France stage winner as well, and countless other achievements so far on the road, of course, even winning the Tour of Britain. But in today's video we're going to take a step back and focus on the Flying Dutchman's Neo-Pro season. And it's a bit difficult to pinpoint exactly when his Neo-Pro season is, as it can be disputed, as Mathieu didn't actually ride for a Pro Conti / World Tour team until 2019, when his team Cordon Circus elevated themselves up to a Pro Continental status. And of course that was the year in 2019 where he went on to dominate several World Tour races, including that masterful performance in the finish of the Amstel Gold Race. But for the sake of intrigue, we will take an exception and count his Neo-Pro season as this 2014 season, as this was when he was part of the earlier iteration of the team called BKCP Power Plus, and this was a continental team, of course. This was 1 year before he actually went on to win his first elite cyclocross world championships as well, at an age of just 20 years old, and he had signed a 4-year contract with the team as well. To put things in perspective in terms of his road results, prior to this season, Mathieu had just won the Junior World Championships road race ahead of the future elite world champion Mats Petersen in Florence. But anyways, for his season, in his first UCI race, a 1.2 one-day race called the CIMAC Omloop der Kampen, the young Mathieu managed to finish 7th in the race, which was won by the Australian Luke Davison. This performance was followed by the first big test of the young Dutchman's career, the 84th edition of the Belgian Tour, where he was in fact the youngest rider on the start list at an age of 19 years and 129 days, and the field was a star-studded one to say the least, as it included the Belgian superstars of Tom Boonen and Philippe Gilbert. Despite his junior years, Mathieu managed to be in the mix on the 4th stage, where he managed to finish 4th behind the victor Andre Greipel, and Philippe Gilbert came in just before the Dutchman in 3rd place. Following the Belgian Tour, he went on to his 2nd stage race as a pro in the Boucle de la Mayenne, a stage race he would later win in 2019, but in the 2014 edition, he started well by finishing 3rd on the opening prologue that was won by the World Tour pro riding for Team Europcar, Jimmy Egan-Loveland. After a couple of top 15 placings on stage 1 and stage 2 and a worse stage 3 for Mathieu he managed to secure a 14th place overall. 8 days later, Mathieu made his first appearance at the 1.1 UCI race, Ronde van Lemberg. The race was controlled by the bigger World Tour teams, such as Belkin, who were trying to set up one of the pre-race favorites in the form of the German sprinter Paul Martens. And when it came down to the line, a young Mathieu was the challenger who managed to pip the German to the line and claim the day, and also in front of another World Tour rider, Greg Henderson from Lotto Belisol. Mathieu in the process also became the youngest winner of the race at an age of 19 years and 147 days. Plus, he would win the race once again in 2018, making him so far the joint overall most successful rider of the race, and hopefully he'll take it outright by winning a 3rd edition at some point. Mathieu next took part in the famous under 23 / 2.2 race, the Tourales, where the Dutchman finished 4th on stage 1, 7th on stage 2, and into Hoenige, the Dutch superstar in the making, managed to take the victory after a sprint ahead of Julian Eleftherius and Team Jorko's Christopher Scherping, the Norwegian rider. By the end of the race, Mathieu had managed to cling hold of a 6th place overall in the stage race as well. Estonia was the setting for Mathieu next stage race, and this was the Baltic Chain Tour. On the first stage, the youngster just missed out on the victory to a solo rider, and on the 3rd stage into Pano, Mathieu van der Poel once again was beaten to the victory, finishing third, but on stage 4, Mathieu van der Poel managed to pounce on a steep incline before the finish and thereby took his first stage win of the stage race and also took the leader's jersey in the process. Mathieu van der Poel didn't let go of that jersey as he sealed the overall victory the next day in Tallinn by finishing third, and in the process he also won the overall points classification and the overall young riders classification of the race. And of course he also became the youngest winner of the race until that actually was beaten in 2021 by the Australian youngster Lawrence Pithy. Mathieu van der Poel's final race in his first pro season on the road was the 2014 World Road Championships in the under-23 road race. Mathieu van der Poel was visible in the final as Sven-Erik Byström was cranking up the watts on the final ascent, but he was struggling to get up to the chasing group on the road. Mathieu van der Poel's group was caught by the peloton coming into the final sprint. However, Sven-Erik Byström took the win and Mathieu van der Poel managed to get in the mix but could only salvage a 10th overall. And that was of course the final road race of his season before he went to tear it up in the 2014-2015 cyclocross season and even managed to become the world champion. But in terms of his overall performance in his very first season, you can only say good things at such a young age, and he managed to win his first one-day race as well as just a bonus. And of course, this was only a very small spark compared to what was to come for Mathieu van der Poel. That's it for this video. Make sure to let me know down below what you thought of Mathieu van der Poel's so-called Neo-Pro season. And of course, make sure to check out the other Neo-Pro season video for Tadej Pogačar as well. Thank you for stopping by, and of course, have a nice day.